Human physiology is a broad subject that attempts to explain the specific characteristics and mechanisms of the human body that make it a living being. This subject includes the functions of molecules and subcellular components, tissues, organ systems, such as the cardiovascular system, and the interaction and communication among these components. A distinguishing feature of physiology is that it seeks to integrate the functions of all the parts of the body to understand the function of the entire human body. Life in the human being relies on this total function, which is considerably more complex than the sum of the functions of the individual cells, tissues, and organs. Each organ is an aggregate of many cells held together by intercellular supporting structures. The entire body contains about 100 trillion cells, each of which is adapted to perform special functions. These individual cell functions are coordinated by multiple regulatory systems operating in cells, tissues, organs, and organ systems. Although the many cells of the body differ from each other in their special functions, all of them have certain basic characteristics. For example, oxygen combines with breakdown products of fat, carbohydrates, or protein to release energy that is required for function of the cells. Most cells have the ability to reproduce, and whenever cells are destroyed, the remaining cells often regenerate new cells until the appropriate number is restored. And cells are bathed in extracellular fluid, the parts of which are precisely controlled. Essentially, all the organs and tissues of the body perform functions that help maintain the parts of the extracellular fluid so they are relatively stable, a condition called homeostasis. Much of our discussion of physiology focuses on mechanisms by which the cells, tissues, and organs contribute to homeostasis. Extracellular fluid is transported throughout the body in two stages. The first stage is movement of blood throughout the circulatory system, and the second stage is movement of fluid between the blood capillaries and cells. The circulatory system keeps the fluids of the internal environment continuously mixed by pumping blood through the vascular system. As blood passes through the capillaries, a large portion of its fluid diffuses back and forth into the interstitial fluid that lies between the cells, allowing continuous exchange of substances between the cells and the interstitial fluid, and between the interstitial fluid and the blood. What's the origin of nutrients in the extracellular fluid? The respiratory system provides oxygen for the body and removes carbon dioxide. The gastrointestinal system digests food and facilitates absorption of various nutrients, including carbohydrates, fatty acids, and amino acids, into the extracellular fluid. The liver changes the chemical composition of many of the absorbed substances to more usable forms, and other tissues of the body, like fat cells, kidneys, or endocrine glands, help modify the absorbed substances or store them until they are needed. The musculoskeletal system consists of skeletal muscles, bones, tendons, joints, cartilage, and ligaments. Without this system, the body could not move to the appropriate place to obtain the food required for nutrition. This system also protects internal organs and supports the body. And how we remove the metabolic end products? The respiratory system not only provides oxygen to the extracellular fluid, but also removes carbon dioxide, which is produced by the cells, released from the blood into the alveoli, and then released to the external environment. The kidneys excrete most of the waste product other than carbon dioxide. The kidneys play a major role in regulating extracellular fluid composition by controlling excretion of salts, water, and waste products of the chemical reactions of the cells. By controlling body fluid volumes and compositions, the kidneys also regulate blood volume and blood pressure. The liver eliminates certain waste products produced in the body, as well as toxic substances that are ingested. And then the masters of the system. The nervous system directs the activity of the muscular system, thereby providing locomotion. It also controls the function of many internal organs throughout the autonomic nervous system, and it allows us to sense our external and internal environment and to be intelligent beings, so we can obtain the most advantageous conditions for survival. The hormone systems control many metabolic functions of the cells, such as growth, rate of metabolism, and special activities associated with reproduction. Hormones are secreted into the bloodstream and are carried to tissues throughout the body to help regulate cell function. Then the defenders. The immune system provides the body with a defense mechanism that protects against foreign invaders, such as bacteria and viruses, to which the body is exposed daily. The integumentary system, which is composed mainly of skin, provides protection against injury and defense against foreign invaders, as well as protection of underlying tissues against dehydration. The skin also serves to regulate body temperature. And finally, the reproductive system, which provides for the formation of new beings like ourselves. Even this function can be considered a homeostatic function because it generates new bodies in which trillions of additional cells can exist in a well-regulated internal environment. Do you want more videos about physiology and human body? Don't forget subscribing, 100 likes and we will have the next one. See you soon, stay healthy and strong.